Hi, I'm Moo,
And I am Fuji.
and then we just watched The Jungle Book.
And we just recorded, our entire
Oh.
conversation, but we were on the wrong mic, so...
I feel so bad. I messed up.
It's okay.
I forgot to change it, so we're on the correct mic now.
We are on the correct mic now.
So anyway, I guess we'll just have to reiterate what we were saying, more or less. So basically, both of us like this movie. It was Steph's favorite.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I'd watched it, hundreds of times.
Mm-hmm.
And I was telling the story about my dad and I would always watch this one together. And my dad's favorite part was when Mowgli got taken to the Monkey City and they were all dancing around and singing their song. And when the monkey would take his leaf out and start playing guitar, my dad would start playing guitar, and that's one of my fondest memories about this movie.
That's really cute, man. It's adorable.
Yeah. Are you trying to think of all the stuff that we said before?
No, I'm just gonna be I wanted you to tell that story again, but I was just gonna say my experience with Jungle Book as a kid. I watch it sometimes. Most of my exposure for Jungle Book was from the sing along VHS tapes, because isn't that the case with a lot of people's experience?
There's some great songs in this movie.
Yeah, it is. There is a lot of great songs, so I could see why that was the case. And we were talking about Walt Disney's death before.
Yes.
Yeah, we could
Jungle Book was the last movie that was produced before Walt Disney passed away.
Yeah, this is the last one he directly worked on.
Mm-hmm.
Aristocats was greenlit by him, but I don't think he directly worked on it very much.
I don't believe so. No.
Yeah, it was Jungle Book was last. So we were talking about the impact of that on the Disney company, and they were trying to find another Roy, and the 9 old men they were not right for the position, I guess is the best way to put it.
Well, I was reading Illusion of Life, and that one's written by 2 of the 9 old men.
Right.
And they said, they're talking a little bit in the book about the time after Walt Disney passed away, and they said that there wasn't really, after he died, there wasn't really a figurehead for, news companies or people who were looking to interview the company and things
Basically
like that.
The public guy.
Yeah, the public. There wasn't really someone for everyone to rally around the way that Walt Disney had been, the figurehead of that company.
Mm-hmm.
And they said for a while, they were trying to make the 9 old men sort of become that figurehead. But it wasn't the same, and it didn't really work out.
Yeah, no, it didn't. There was only one Walt Disney.
Yeah.
There was only one. And Roy took over the company for a little while because he wanted to finish Disney World, was the main reason why he took over for a bit. And it's to get everything under control, get the finances under control, because Walt's death was a little kind of sudden. I mean, it wasn't he was sick for a little bit, he had chest problems.
But he didn't let on, is the thing, so...
Yeah, he didn't really, because, well, shocker, Walt Disney really cares. He really cares about his image, Walt Disney. He cared, he's really very much an image person, which is still rooted in the Disney company today.
Very much so.
Because so many things from Mr. Disney or Uncle Walt was rooted in, on the company. Here's an example. So Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, right? He was before Mickey Mouse. That's what Walt Disney did his cartoons, and he wanted to do his his stuff with Oswald. I can't remember what the company is on. I want to say it ended up being Universal, but I don't know if it was Universal at the time. But that's who he was working for, and he felt like he was not getting paid he wasn't getting paid very well, and he wanted to be paid more, and he wanted to do more stuff, but they said no. And he's like, okay, well, I'm gonna leave. He's like, okay, we get all of the rights to your stuff. So he lost Oswald. And after he made Mickey instead to replace Oswald, and he became very, very zealous of his property, no one else can use it. The lady who voiced Snow White, for example, she, her acting options were very limited, and she didn't act in very much stuff after that because of the contract with Walt Disney, because he didn't want her using the Snow White voice anywhere else, or any potential. He wanted to minimize that, and you can really see that with the copyright that Disney comes down with a million thunderbolts and lightnings.
Even today.
Yeah, definitely. So they that's from Walt Disney himself and losing his stuff, and I could see why that happens. If I was a content creator and I lost my things, I would have been really upset, and I would be very protective of my other stuff. I mean, wouldn't you feel the same way, Fuji?
In a way, and I think that, today with the internet and with the amount of derivative content, you have to expect it to some extent, but I think back in the day, it could be much more damaging, if someone was proliferating, versions of your stuff
Oh,
around.
yeah.
And like, I remember I took a course on underground comic books, and one of the things we studied were Tijuana Bibles,
Oh, really?
which, if anyone doesn't know, are these like little 8-page miniature comics that are
Yeah.
usually super pornographic.
They're like baby porn.
Baby porn. And
oh,
there
that
were,
sounds bad. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Anyway, continue.
And there were quite a few of these that were made by like disgruntled Disney animators.
Yeah, you're right.
And they're hilarious. But I mean, at the time, like, not that people were not informed, but you have material coming out that's got like Disney characters and stuff, and like there's always a chance that someone thinks that's a real Disney product.
Yes, there is. And so that's why Walt was like, no, don't not touch my stuff. Like, cause of that experience. And the Disney company still hangs on to that. They're like, do not touch my stuff, even though I'm like, LOL, that's not gonna happen, Disney. But
they seem to have loosened up on that.
They really have. I think they adjusted to the internet, basically.
Pretty much. Also, we have totally derailed from talking about the Jungle Book.
I know, but like, I think Walt Disney himself is like, it is relevant.
It is relevant.
Because this is a big deal, like, when he left the company. Now we're going to start to see the effects of that in the other movies, because now we're gonna hit the Dark Ages soon.
Amazing.
Oh, man.
It's gonna be wonderful.
I'm very interested to see how that will go. Like, what do we got? Like, besides Aristocats, Robin Hood, Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. Okay, they're all pretty good movies so far. Fox and the Hound's gonna make me sad. Black Cauldron.
That's a weird one.
It is a weird one. Yeah. There are people who like it, and there are people who don't, and I thought it was meh. Have you seen it, Black Cauldron?
A long, long time ago.
Do you remember the Psychic Pig? That was weird.
I don't.
Oh, you don't? Oh boy.
No.
Wait till you get to the Psychic Pig. It's weird. Anyway, yeah, the Dark Age goes all the way up until Little Mermaid happened. Oh dear. So like up until then, we're gonna find Disney being like, what do we do?
What happens? What happens now?
What happens now? Like what now? I forgot who was CEO after Roy for a while. It wasn't Eisner right away.
We should find out.
Yeah, I could look it up after this.
Yeah.
And see who was the CEO for a little while, because Roy was until Disney World was finished, and then after Disney World was done, he like kind of withdrew because he knew he really wasn't right for the head of the company. He was like, no, I can't be here, like it's not my thing. So plus I can imagine it was probably kind of hard for him because he lost his brother, so, and this is his company, like I would have a hard time being around that all the time.
Yeah, like, I think that would have been difficult.
So yeah, I mean, Jungle Book itself, it doesn't show, I guess, is it weird to say it doesn't show its production strain that it probably had when it was being made? I mean,
I think that if, okay, so I mean, clearly we're watching everything and we're analyzing everything real closely.
Seeing all the reused animation.
The puppies being the puppies from 101 Dalmatians.
God damn it, oh my God.
It was so good. I totally would not have noticed if we hadn't been watching all these in order.
Right, yeah, I'm glad I'm watching these in order
But I mean, that's one of those things, is that this movie has aged really, really well.
It has, it looks good still.
I've said that about a bunch of them, but this one I think in particular, and also shout out to non-super offensive POC.
Jesus. Took us this, how many movies is this? This is
like
a lot of 16 movies. At least.
A lot of movies.
Oh my God. Why does it take so long, guys? Come on. This is the 60s. Get your shit together.
I mean, okay, to be fair, pretty whitewashed, but still POC and not extraordinarily offensive.
I mean, they pretty much just reused their standard little boy character design. JPEG made him darker and gave him dark hair. Solution.
It's a step forward.
It's better than...
It's the 60s.
It's the 60s, and it's a lot better than, what makes the red man red?
Do you feel awkward even saying that?
I do, but it's such a catchy song. And I'm like struggling. I'm like, why did you guys make this so catchy? I hate it.
We've got like a minute left, but we got to talk about gay dads.
Oh yeah, we have to talk about gay dads. So there's a part in the movie where Bagheera and Baloo are talking about like
sending Mowgli back to be with people.
Yeah.
And Bagheera's line is, "You wouldn't marry a panther, would you?"
You wouldn't date a panther. Or marry a panther?
It was Mary.
Was it Mary? Okay, yeah. Never mind. You want to marry a panther, would you? And Baloo goes like, I don't know. One hasn't asked me. And he like slaps Bagheera on his back. And I was like, he just flirted with him. That just happened right now in the 60s.
Also, great story about Phil Harris, who voiced Baloo, and I believe Thomas O'Malley in the next one.
He does. That is definitely him.
But they basically found him like singing, singing music like in a club, and they asked him to come on and do the Baloo, do the voice of Baloo. And Baloo at the time was just gonna be like a little side character, like
Mhm.
how all the other animals are. But he got in there and he started doing the voice, and they were like, "This is too good.
We need to keep
We
him.
we need to keep you. We need to do more stuff." And apparently, after he was done recording, then Phil Harris watched the animation of Baloo, and he was like, "This is really great. You guys are really great. This is gonna like make me immortal. This is amazing." And so I mean, it's just the animators and the voice actor like going back and forth about how amazing the other one is.
That's so cool and so cute. And yeah, you're right, man. You are kind of immortalized in Baloo. This movie is still pretty fondly remembered.
Hmm.
So I would say if you like The Jungle Book and you remember it, yeah, go ahead and watch it. If you
Yeah.
like the book a bit more, it's not as violent. So like you probably won't like it. There's some book purists that are like, it's the same. So
Needs more villages being stomped
every-
by elephants.
every stampede means someone to die. I don't know, whatever. I don't remember. It's been a while since I read the book, The Jungle Book. But yeah, I'd say go ahead. It's fun.
It's good.
It's cute.
It's all of the Jungle Book without the problematic British colonialism.
Oh my god, you're right. We're just saying something for a movie made in the 60s. Amazing.
Not that Americans like British colonialism any more than anyone else does.
I mean, we did throw tea in the harbor for it.
You know.
We're just like, fuck this tea in particular. Fuck you. And then they set the ship on fire. Which they did.
They did.
A lot of things were set on fire during the Revolutionary War.
Hey, there was fire in this movie too.
There was
The whole movie is just
Shere Khan got destroyed by
Yeah.
fire, so Anyway, so we're going to wrap up, and our next movie is The Aristocats.
I love the Aristocats.
Are you ready for more uncomfortable racial stereotypes?
Did you know they took that out in the sing-along songs?
Oh my god, you're right. They did, didn't they?
They did.
Oh my god. But no, but Fuji, listen, we get to see another racist Siamese cat. Are you ready for that? God, I'm sorry. I'm dying.
Yeah, she's not sorry.
I'm not.
Okay.
Alright, we're gonna go watch Aristocats, and I'm gonna laugh until I pee my pants, I guess.
Please don't. You're on my couch.
Okay, I'll go on the floor then.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Yep.